This podcast is brought to you by Spotify for podcasters. Have you yourself ever wanted to become a podcaster? Well, Spotify makes it simple and easy to do so. You can record, edit, and even distribute your podcast straight from their app. The best part? It is absolutely 100% free. Visit their website, podcasters.spotify.com, for more details, and download the app on your Apple or Android devices today to get started on your podcasting adventure. That's Spotify for podcasters. What's going on, everybody? Travis Fowler Harkrider is back again with another edition of Call Along. Now, this, of course, is where we watch classic matches and I do my own personal commentary over them. This month's edition is actually really special for yours truly because it involves one of my all-time favorites, that being the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and his return to WWE in 2002 when he took on Triple H at SummerSlam. This is one of my favorite matches to still go back and watch 20 plus years later. It had such a great story to it, and the match itself is superb. So I'm going to give you the Peacock timestamp for where we start this match. That way you can get it pulled up on your Peacock account. And the timestamp for the start of this, which, like I've said before, does include entrances, is at 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 10 seconds. So this again is one of my favorite matches involving my favorite of all time. And I gotta say, I'm nervous, but I think we're gonna have fun with this one. So we are gonna start this edition of Call Along in 3, 2, 1, play. Ladies and gentlemen, I could not be more excited for what we are about to witness. 4 long years away, the prodigal son has returned! The pyro and the confetti are out for the return of arguably one of the best ever in professional wrestling to ever lace up a pair of boots and step in the squared circle. This man had to walk away due to a career-ending back injury, but here we are, 4 years after his last match, WrestleMania 14 at the Boston Garden, and he is back here tonight, the showstopper, Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, with all the fanfare in the world. As we mentioned, this was a return that none of us ever thought would happen. A career back-ending injury, or a back injury, I should say, in general, was the one that took Shawn Michaels out. And this is a situation that worries me as a fan, but it also worries me for the man that Shawn Michaels is. I am really hoping that this choice that he has made to come back here and settle a score with a man that he called his best friend, I'm hoping this is not a mistake on his behalf. A lot of things has happened to Shawn Michaels since he retired in 98. He is a different man than what he was back then, and he looks to showcase maybe a little bit of what we used to see from back in his heyday. But here is a man who's looking to put a stop to any and all fanfare. A man who was revered as Shawn Michaels' best friend, the same man who took over D-Generation X after Shawn went down with that back injury. These two were the ones who started DX, but you could say arguably it was that man right here, Triple H, who took it to greater heights than what it was when they originally formed. But why he thinks that Shawn Michaels coming back and leeching off him is something that HBK would have intended is beyond me. This man is the same individual who wrapped his arms around Shawn Michaels, called him his best friend, and then took his head and rammed it into a car window just a few weeks ago. And now this is where we are. To recap before this match gets underway, and as you can see, there's the audacity of Shawn Michaels resting on that top rope, and there it is. He's telling Triple H to bring it on. This match, though, is non-sanctioned, and what that means is that the WWE is not at fault for anything that occurs in this match. There are no rules, no disqualifications, no countouts. The only reason referee Earl Hebner is here is to count a pinfall or signify a submission, and here we go. Shawn Michaels teeing off on Triple H. And Triple H looking to create space early, dumped Shawn Michaels out of the ring, but quickly as he came back in, Shawn Michaels takes down Triple H, and hard right hands just bouncing off the skull of Triple H, who again trying to create as much separation as he can, because I don't think he anticipated Michaels to come out like a house of fire. And a good shoulder takedown by Triple H as Michaels leapfrogs over him, and it sends Triple H over to the outside. And now Michaels coming out. Oh man, look at that, over the top already. Shawn Michaels with the plancha taking down Triple H, and now teeing off again with those hard right hands. Now, I know there's a lot of questions that still arise in this match. How is Michaels' back going to hold up? How far is this going to go? And how far, more importantly, will Triple H go to put Shawn Michaels out, as he has said that he wants to do? Wants to see Michaels crippled and put him in a wheelchair. As perverse of an idea as that is of Triple H, I don't put it past him. We don't call him the Cerebral Assassin because it's a catchy or sadistic nickname. No, it's there because he is indeed that. Michaels, though, meeting Triple H on the outside, taking him down with that hard clothesline. Now remember, non-sanctioned again, as we pointed out, no disqualifications, anything goes. And Michaels bringing out the toys early on in this match, a trash can, and he still held on to that lid there. Oh, but Triple H could sense what was coming as he takes a knee to the gut and then just lifts Michaels and drops him over the barricade. And Triple H now rolling back in to the ring area. So many different factors that we've got to just continue to keep in our mind. How is Michaels going to fare? He's been away for 4 years. This ring rust is a real thing, so it's something that, oh man, you got to be aware of as a trash can lid shot to the head of Triple H, and Michaels skinning the cat takes down Triple H. And now he's got that can teed up, and he's going to meet Triple H in the middle and put a dent right in it, puts it right in between Triple H's eyes. I don't know how smart this is in the early going. Michaels climbing to the top already. We know he was very privy to those high-risk maneuvers back in the day as an axe handle shot takes down Triple H. And it might be one of who to get this match in and out as quickly as you can. Take as little damage as possible. You got to imagine Michaels wants the revenge, but he wants to escape as quickly as he can without harm. And he gets caught, and oh my God, a backbreaker. And that's what we need to be aware of, is that lower back, the back area, so sensitive it is to Michaels. And you can see the pain on Michaels' face right now, just writhing in agony as he screams out, you can only imagine how that back has to be feeling. This is part of why we question Michaels' decision to come back here, and let's watch this replay as he bounced off the knee in a vicious backbreaker, perfectly executed. And now Triple H going to the well once again with that hard backbreaker. Triple H said that his goal is to make sure Michaels doesn't walk out. As perverse and sadistic as a man is, as we mentioned, that's why he's called the Cerebral Assassin. Michaels just writhing in pain here, almost trying to use the ropes to assist him back up, but Triple H was the one to get to him. Backing Michaels over into one corner and then driving his head down into another. And now a hard Irish whip into the opposing side. And you see how Triple H left his feet there to put more force and veracity behind that whip into the turnbuckle. And we can only imagine again how that back's got to be feeling. Nobody knows more than what Shawn Michaels, and only Michaels knows how much that back can take. I can only imagine how that must be feeling in the ring, because from what I understand, back injuries never fully heal. And another hard whip. And the disrespect here from Triple H. The DX suck it right into the face of the man again who he once called his best friend, which this makes this more sickening and heartbreaking, no pun intended, than many other situations, as Triple H, who looked to Michaels as not just a mentor but his best friend for years, as he continues to drop those elbows down. We saw the disrespect in the replay, and now the cover in and a kick out at 2, just barely though. You got to wonder though, if that back goes, then eventually the kickouts are going to become futile. They're not going to be there. And now Triple H grabbing a steel chair, as we mentioned. It's completely legal. Nothing the referee can do about it. And oh no, I don't want to see this. Oh, good God! The chair shot to the back and spine. Shawn Michaels, the face says it all. And now Triple H pulls Michaels over into the 2 count, and it's not over. And a part of me really wishes, I know that this has been a match that's been hyped up, but a part of me wishes that would have been it. The last thing I want to see is Shawn Michaels, one of the all-time greats, arguably the all-time great, is maimed and crippled for life, unable to play with his children or spend time with his family. And that's the goal of Triple H right here. And now Triple H has him hooked over, but Michaels reversing that suplex there. Okada roll in, 2, and only a 2 count from the official. And now right back to it. Michaels on the attack. And now Triple H caught that with the knee to the face. One thing you can never take away from Triple H is his wrestling IQ. A student of the game is Triple H, the game, as is Shawn Michaels. But Triple H has been doing this for 4+ years. In the 4 years that Michaels was gone, Triple H upped his game. He became the game, as we said. And now I don't know what he's wanting to plan on here. And a DDT straight into that chair. And now that's got to be it. That's got to be over. Just count him down. No, and again, Michaels kicking out. But look at that. You can see the result of that DDT. Michaels has been busted open thanks to that DDT on the chair. And now Triple H took the belt off of Shawn Michaels. And just now going to whip him. Taking him to the woodshed. And I know that Michaels doesn't want to be there. And Triple H now again with another hard leather on the skin. And look at Triple H just wrapping that belt around his fist. And now he's putting that belt buckle right there on his knuckles there. And very methodical. And now just look at that. Now he's going to try to open that cut even more. 3 straight hard shots to the cut on the forehead of Shawn Michaels. Michaels is now starting to lose blood, looking almost in that crimson mask situation as Triple H now is dragging Michaels by the hair back to his feet, and a right hand puts Michaels back down. And the thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, is no matter how much blood Michaels loses, no matter the beating that Michaels takes, you got to imagine he's not going to be one to quit. He's not going to be one to give in. He never was like that in his career, and I don't expect him to do that here, but at some point, you got to imagine that his family's going to come into his mind and wonder, is it worth it? Is the stuff that he's going to go through or continue to go through in this match, is it worth the pain and the agony to potentially lose time with your family, lose time with your son, who I know they're watching at home, and this might, oh good God, this is going to be something that you may want to put the son to bed on. Referee cannot allow this. I know anything goes, but come on, the sledgehammer, this is too much now. Triple H is going to take the hammer, and Michaels kicking. Michaels fighting back with all he's worth right now. Michaels has to do this in order to avoid that sledgehammer and his former friend Triple H from taking what can only be a career-threatening shot. And it looks like he's achieved that goal as Triple H drops the hammer. Oh, Triple H, though, reverses the whip back into the corner again, and now the abdominal stretch, which doesn't put as much back, but it puts torque on the lower body, which can just put more pressure onto that back area. Not a good position that Michaels wants to be in. And one would not fault Shawn Michaels right now if he were to call it. If he were to give up in this, nobody would ever fault him for it. As a man, as a competitor, being away for 4 years is something that you can't just come back from. And look at that, Triple H blatantly holding the rope, and there's nothing the referee can do about it. He's trying. He's not even, a count's useless as he's trying to raise him with Triple H to break this hold. Earl, who's been in the eye of controversy, just shoves Triple H, and now the two of them going at it. Earl Hebner's not afraid to get in the face of Triple H. And listen, you can hear the passion behind Earl Hebner. I understand that this is a very emotional situation and Earl Hebner's just trying to look out for the good of Shawn Michaels, but you need to be careful to not overstep your boundary, and he's a little mismatched here, and Michaels again firing back with a shot to the abdomen and another one to Triple H. And now Shawn back up on his feet, continuing to fight, but Triple H again cuts Michaels off at the pass. And now he's posting Michaels on that top turnbuckle there. One can only imagine what's going through the mind of Triple H. Michaels again continuing to fight Triple H off, stopping whatever it is he had in mind, and he has knocked Triple H down in the center of the ring. Michaels got himself a reprieve, but he can't waste too much time. Michaels has to do something to capitalize on this momentum. Oh man, Michaels now, and the referee was pushed into the top ropes, which dropped Michaels down. Yeah, Michaels lost his footing, and Triple H, no, like, oh God! A chair shot straight to the back of Shawn Michaels as Michaels was just laid prone. A perfect placed chair shot. As much as I hate saying that, it's exactly what it was. Now what? Triple H setting that chair up in the middle of the ring. What has he got planned now? As if he hasn't done enough. As the man has gone out of his way, he's put that lower back through enough, and now what? No, oh God, not like this. Not like this, oh God! And a sidewalk slam right into the chair. And this has got to be too much. Referee, I know that this might not be a popular opinion, but you may want to think about calling this as a sick man. Count it out. Call it over. And Michaels kicking out again. Triple H trying again and again. Michaels continuing to show too much heart, maybe. kicking out of 3 pinfall attempts. And Triple H going straight back to that chair. And Triple H looks like he's going to try another sidewalk slam. Not again. No, and again. This is getting hard for me to watch. Just count it out. Oh. And I get it. And look at the will of Shawn Michaels again. And the 3rd pinfall attempt still not enough to keep him down. What is it? Why? Why is Shawn still trying to kick out? What is he trying to prove here? You can hear the crowd here in Long Island. The Nassau Coliseum is trying to get behind HBK, but this may be too much. He's given us everything. He's shown up here. He's tried to fight the best that he can, but it's not worth it. Sacrificing your life, sacrificing the livelihoods and the well-being of you and your family is not worth it right now. Oh, Lord. And now Triple H maybe looking for the exclamation point. And oh, Michaels dropped down and gave a low blow shot. Triple H had all the intentions in the world of putting the pedigree on Michaels, driving him down face first into the chair. The crowd beginning to come unglued, willing Shawn Michaels back into this as Michaels created that separation thanks to the low blow shot. And look at this, Shawn using the ropes again for assistance, but he's getting himself back up, but Triple H has that chair once again. And you know he's locked and loaded to deliver another shot. Oh, and Michaels out of the corner with the chair back in the face. A sweet chin music takes Triple H back down. Both men now are down on the mat, and that may have been everything Michaels had left to administer that one shot. It was right on point. Right there, the chair going right back into the face. And look at the result. Triple H has now been busted wide open himself. You call it an eye for an eye. Look at the blood just streaming down the forehead of Triple H. And now Michaels returning the favor as there is a target now on the forehead, the cut of Triple H. The hard right hands once again coming from Michaels, putting everything that he has behind those shots. And Michaels with the flying forearm. And, oh, look at that. Look at Michaels. Michaels nipped up. He popped up. Where in the world is this coming from? Shawn Michaels is giving us everything right now, ladies and gentlemen, and a high back body drop. And now Michaels has the chair himself. And I think this is a different kind of music. Michaels echoing the chair off the skull of Triple H. Beat that drum more. Let's hear an encore if we can. And Michaels has gotten back in this somehow. Sends Triple H to the buckle over the top. Sends him all the way to the barricade. Look at this shot, that chair shot, and as you can see in the live action shot, the trash can lid again off of the skull of Triple H, and now it's a returning of the favor in every way as the whip, the belt to the back, whipping Triple H like the dog Triple H treated Shawn Michaels like earlier. Turnabout is indeed fair play tonight. And Michaels grabbing the trash can again, looking to take out the trash of Triple H. Another shot to the head, right on that open wound. And then you got to think that Michaels is just getting started. He's wanting to dish out just as much punishment as Triple H was giving him. And another shot takes Triple H and sends him over the SmackDown announce table here. And he took the shoe off one of our Spanish announcers here. And a hard shot, a heel for a heel, would you? And now look at Michaels. Michaels was moving the steel steps around, and I don't know what Michaels has planned here. He's coming back around, though, and drives the face straight down on those steel steps. A bulldog of sorts taking Triple H down on the steps, and look at this. Michaels pulling out the ladder. The man who revolutionized the ladder match for this company back in 1994 has brought back Old Ye Faithful. And remember, non-sanctioned means no DQ, no rules. Michaels got the ladder loaded and delivers it to the skull of Triple H. Once again, like a battering ram to the forehead. And look at Michaels again, driving the ladder down into the abdomen. And again, it looks like just for good measure. Okay, the hat trick seems like it'll work. Michaels now propping that ladder. Watch the shot again. The ladder went straight into the face of Triple H. Couldn't have happened to a better individual. Triple H reversed, but Michaels blocked it. Comes right back in. He has the double leg and has Triple H loaded for the catapult into the ladder. And the crimson mask of Triple H on full display for our cameras to catch as he went face first into that ladder. And now Michaels can win it right here. Pin it. And no. I honestly thought that could have been it right there, but a 2 count is all referee Earl Hebner was able to get out of that match. And now Shawn has the ladder again, but a baseball slide there, catching Shawn Michaels off guard and sending the ladder right back into the ribs of HBK. This has been one hell of a war between two former friends. As the old saying goes, good friends will make better enemies, and we're seeing that right here on display. Triple H and Shawn Michaels in a war for the ages. And at this point now, it's anybody's ball game. Triple H has gotten the advantage yet again, but we've seen glimpses of Michaels coming back. Where he's getting the energy from, nobody can tell. It's anybody's guess. Michaels, though, blocking Triple H from going to the top. And he's going to meet him up there. No, there's no way. Is he going to try a superplex? No, he's going to hit it, and he does. But you saw there, Michaels rotated in midair, taking as much off the back as possible, and almost picked up the 3 from the superplex. Now Michaels reversed, but comes about, and look at that, floats around into almost a sunset flip-like maneuver, but only a 2 count again. I thought, and a high knee meets Michaels right in the middle. That Harley Race knee takes down Michaels, and Triple H, who's wanting to end this now as quickly as he can. Michaels, though, still has the wherewithal to kick out. I honestly am surprised that this match has gone to the lengths that it has. It looked at one point that Michaels was just going to be put out to pass with multiple chair shots, the back on the chair, and yet somehow Michaels is still in this and has had glimpses of him not only having the advantage, but nearly getting the win. Triple H, though, has the steps. One can only imagine he's going to aim for Michaels' head, but look at that! Drop toe hold and sends the steps right back into the face of Triple H. Shawn coming in with a full head of steam, takes Triple H over. His leg caught that ladder on the way down. Michaels rolling out to the other side, and he's bringing out, I think we heard the crowd wanted some earlier, and that's what Michaels is here to give, is some tables. Michaels now setting up the hardware. A man who called himself the showstopper, the icon, the main event. He's living up to every acumen that he has ever given himself in professional wrestling, living up to the man that he was back in '98, and it's unbelievable to see 4 years later, and thus far Michaels has not missed a single beat, figuratively and literally. Oh, and a fire extinguisher shot to the head. Triple H just collapsing on that table, and now what has Michaels got planned? No. Oh, Lord, he doesn't need to do this. And yeah, you're crazy, that's right. This is not wise of Michaels to do, but Michaels is looking to put everything on the line as he dives through Triple H, through the table on the outside. Shawn Michaels is looking to do whatever it takes to take out Triple H. And you would have to think that if Michaels can get Triple H in the ring right now, that he could get the 3. This match would be over, and Shawn would win this unsanctioned match. Look at this. Michaels off the top, splashing through Triple H. Amazing, an absolutely amazing sight. The two founders of DX. This is what it's come to, as Michaels again going for the ladder. And look at that, he's propping it up in the corner. I don't know why Michaels is insisting on bringing this ladder in. The man who said that he has come back for this one-off, one night only, he's giving us a glimpse of what Shawn Michaels brought to professional wrestling for many a years. And right now, Michaels is sitting on top of that ladder. And he said, I love you to everybody, as he drops the elbow down on Triple H. But look at Michaels. Michaels is feeling it right now. He feels the electricity. And now it looks like he's looking to deliver the final shot, the final blow. This is a song that many of us have been privy to before. We haven't heard it in many years. We heard just a teaser earlier, but now let's hear the whole Sweet Chin music. Triple H caught it though and reverses it. He's setting it up for the pedigree. Oh, double leg takedown. Pinfall in, rolled him up. Oh my God, Michaels got it. Michaels got it. After 4 long years, I have never seen anybody come back from that long of a layoff, but Shawn Michaels is your winner. Shawn Michaels beats Triple H. Shawn Michaels beat Triple H here tonight.